Jaylen Brown and the rest of the Boston Celtics completely folded against the New York Knicks in the game seven. They lost by like 30 something points, man. I can't just blame Jaylen Brown because everybody played like shit, bro. Jaylen Brown actually had the most points. He fouled out of the game in the third quarter. He was 8 for 20, 3 for 9 from the three. And nobody else on the Boston Celtics scored in double digits, bro. Like Al Horford had 10 points. Derek White had 8 points. He was 3 for 11, 2 for 8 from the three. Drew Holiday had 4 points. You know what I'm saying? Like, this team was just completely ass, bro. And let's talk about Porzingis, man. Porzingis came off the bench. He should be in the starting lineup. But this man came off the bench and dropped 4 points. And for the past 3 to 6 months, Porzingis has had an illness that he doesn't even know what it is, bro. We don't know if it's COVID. We don't know if it's the flu. But apparently this man been sick for like the past 3 to 6 months. And he's missed a shit ton of games. He tried to play in game 6. The Coach Mazzulla, took him out of the game because Porzingis was telling the coach that he couldn't breathe. You feel me? He's saying he can't breathe. He's saying he's weak. He's saying he has no energy. He's saying he ain't got the energy to run up and down. You feel me? Like, we got to figure out what the fuck is going on with Porzingis. But what we do know is there's going to be some major changes to this Boston Celtics team because of, you know, the NBA salary cap and all that. Teams is just not going to be able to have, you know, 3 stars on one team anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to cost them too much money. And, you know, Boston is going to have to get rid of somebody. Al Horford is going to be a free agent this offseason. I think the best case scenario, man, is they got to try to trade Porzingis, man. Porzingis, at the end of the day, you know, we don't know what's going on with his health. But, I mean, if you ain't healthy enough to be on the basketball court and you're a star, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're an all-star caliber player, then, you know, Boston got to get rid of him, man. Keep Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown together. I would re-sign Al Horford because I just feel like Al Horford is a perfect fit. You know, obviously Al Horford is one of the oldest players in the NBA. I think he's like 39, 40, might be 41. But at the end of the day, man, you know, Al Horford, he knows his role. He knocks down threes. He plays defense. You know, obviously if you re-sign Al Horford, it's not going to be for a lot of money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Al Horford doesn't want to go to another team this late in his career. And I think that the only person that they should prioritize re-signing is Al Horford. Everybody else, also Pritchard, keep Pritchard on the team, man. Don't trade Pritchard because he was the best player to come off the bench for this Boston Celtics team. But other than that, man, everybody should be exposable, man. I even think they should consider looking at possibly trading Drew Holiday, man. Drew Holiday, he just didn't play well to me in this entire NBA playoffs. And Drew Holiday is not looking like the same great defensive player that he was when he was on the Milwaukee Bucks, bro. Like, how old is Drew Holiday, y'all? Let me look it up real quick. How old is Drew Holiday? Let me see. Drew Holiday is 34 years old, right? So he's older. How many points did he average this season? Let me look it up real quick. This season he averaged, let's see. See, he averaged 11 points per game this season, y'all. You know, when his last couple years on Milwaukee, he averaged 17 points per game, 18 points per game, 19 points per game. And then he came to Boston, and then when they won a championship, he averaged 12 points per game. And this season, he averaged 11 points per game. Now, obviously, you know, he is playing with 2 superstars like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So obviously, he's not going to score as much as when he was just playing with Giannis. But at the end of the day, you know, Jason Tatum tore his Achilles, and players like Drew Holiday, you got to step up and you got to score more for your team, bro. We all know Drew Holiday, you know, he used to be capable of, you know, scoring more points, and it shows in his career statistics. You understand what I'm saying? You know, one year when he was in New Orleans, he averaged 21 points per game. So his scoring has been going down year by year. And at the end of the day, if they can trade Drew Holiday, and guys, like say Boston trades Drew Holiday, and I don't think they should trade Pritchard, but say they trade Drew Holiday and Pritchard for a player like Damian Lillard or something like that. I think that's a good trade. You understand what I'm saying? But Boston is going to have to make a major move this offseason. And I think that they should either try to trade Drew Holiday or Porzingis, man. So let me know what y'all think. I think everybody, like, we have to admit that Jaylen Brown isn't better than Jason Tatum, right? And I don't think Jason Tatum is better than Jaylen Brown. But both of these players, they play the best when they're on the court at the same time. Jason Tatum is obviously the better scorer. I do think that Jaylen Brown is the better overall scorer. I think he's a better defensive player. I think he makes smarter decisions on the court. But at the end of the day, man, we got to stop trying to separate these guys, and we got to stop, comparing and debating which one is better. Both of these guys need each other, bro. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they need each other equally to continue to compete in the playoffs and possibly win more championships together. And that's what this Game 7 showed me, man. Like, we can't expect too much from one player to just do it by themselves. You feel me? So it's your boy Wavy. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.